No, this is like a. I'm going to call this like the rant, but it's not ranty because I don't really have a
All right, we're going to call it a
strong
rant.
rant. Yeah, but this is more
Okay.
like a. Let's talk about some drama and see what people think. I guess is more
Okay.
my opinion. So Farouk FPV, many people know for Sbang style. Um,
Spang.
and so he was with T-Motor for a while. A couple guys were, and they left T-Motor for Axis. Right? I think we've talked about this before.
Axis flying. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So today, Farouk decided to drum up some drama. He's complaining about the new T-Motor props. New T-Motor props are selling basically another line of props, the 49436 prop, and
Mm-hmm.
that is considered a juicy Spang prop, and they're advertising them as Spang. And so he
Mm-hmm.
thinks that is a problem because he's the one who brought them Spang and helped them develop them. And he thinks he should keep that name to himself and that they should be better than to do that. And so I wonder what people think about that and what people's opinions are on that.
Farouk. Hold
Yeah.
on a second. I don't. I didn't mean today, Lexi. I meant tomorrow. All right. I've a call scheduled with Lexi about airspeeder. She's trying to call me. Sorry. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I see. I said Wednesday. She's 1 day ahead of me, isn't she? Anyway, never mind. Yeah. So, of all the things in the world of FPV that I have heard of big evil corporations stealing from little pilots, and there I've heard a lot of stories that we're not going to go back over of that happening. Stealing the name Spang, I don't know. The thing is, though, he worked with them to develop this prop. Is that true? Did he work with them to develop this prop?
Develop similar props. So I don't know if it's this exact prop because he left. I don't know. We don't know where in production it was, but basically, he's saying that they didn't work with him to release this.
So arguably, he worked with them to develop props. And for the record, having worked, here's how it works when a pilot works with a manufacturer to develop a prop or something. Is the pilot usually gives some specifications, like I'd like it to be a 4.9 by 3, and here I care about responsiveness or whatever. Then the manufacturer makes samples and sends them to him, and the pilot tries them and gives feedback, and they go back and forth. But like, don't kid yourself. The manufacturer has a massive contribution. Because generally, the pilot is not a motor designer or a prop designer. So the pilot will say, I want responsiveness. I want these characteristics. But then it's up to the prop designer or the motor designer or whoever to actually deliver them. So he worked with them. And then when Axis Flying left, he went with Axis, as far as we can tell. And then they went ahead and they continued to develop and release the prop and sold it as the Spang prop. So is he mad about them taking the name Spang, or is he mad about the work that he put in with them?
I think he's mad that people associate him with Spang and they see the props and he didn't approve them and work with them and make sure they were good for Spang. That's my takeaway from his many comments under this post.
So he's the only one who has the right to sort of tag something as being Spang approved.
That's what he seems to think. He says, yeah, the only problem is to lie to customers. I just make the post to say that and say I don't participate on this project.
But he said
the name will be used, but it's in my right to make a post to clarify the situation before people ask me anything on this props.
But it doesn't say Farouk FPV prop, right? It says Spang prop.
That's correct.
So like Johnny FPV came up with like Juicy Style. He was one of the developers, one of the main people associated with Juicy Style. So then somebody puts out a prop that says it's a Juicy Style prop. It just means it's good for that style of flying. It doesn't necessarily mean he personally approved it.
Which this prop, it does also say Juicy, Spang. Yeah.
Well, so first of all, marketing is all bullshit anyway. It's Juicy Spang style. Oh, okay. That just means Spang is popular and it's a 4.9 inch prop. I hate to say it, Farouk, but I doubt that even if you have a legitimate claim that you are the only one who can use Spang which is not true. I mean, even if Farouk single-handedly invented the style of Sbang, someone else could come along and fly Sbang style and say, I'm flying Sbang style. And people do. So he doesn't own Sbang, and he's not the only person who can make or bless a Sbang-related product. That's what I would say.
Yeah. I
mean,
agree.
if it said Farouk FPV, then he'd have a case, obviously.
Whitmead says, why are you saying Spang? Because I don't like saying Spang, or whatever you think I should say.
Isn't it
It's
Spang?
basically, it's Spang, right? So
yeah.
Stick banging, but
yeah.
So I'm not going to say Sabang.
Right. Spang. Right. Sbang. Spang. It's Sbang. Spang. Oh my God. Is it Sbang? Spang? Anyway, I'm sure now I've offended people by saying it wrong.
All right.
Farouk, I mean, make a post if you want, but I think you got to let this one go. Other people are going to make Spang-related products and claim that they're good for Spang, and it's all a bunch of marketing bullshit anyway. Like, just between you and me, Blunty, the idea that there's this prop that is specifically good for Spang is also a lot of bullshit. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that, yeah. I mean, other than general rules about props, right? Yeah, you're not going to... I don't imagine there's going to be some magic shape of a prop that's going to fix it.
This prop is good for Spang. Is it 4.9 inch, right? That's all it... Okay. No. Anyway.
Right.
There you go.
Real quick, Mr. Fowl and Ghost Branch want to let us know that the FPV sims are on sale today on Steam. So if you're looking for any FPV sim, you might go check Steam. I know DCL was on sale earlier. Liftoff, Uncrashed, and FPV Air 2, though I think we had a bad experience with that one. So
yeah. Alrighty. Well, good luck, Farouk. Good luck. Welcome to FPV. Congratulations. You've made it. Someone ripped you off. Get on with your life.
Sometimes you spang and sometimes you get spanged.
I mean, I can't. I mean, it's not even like T-Motor just came out of the blue. They were working with you. I don't know what happened, but Axis Flying left T-Motor. The people left Axis Flying left T-Motor and formed Axis Flying, and you went with them. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, like, I don't know the details, but like, you were working with T-Motor. You said to T-Motor, hey, let's make a prop. And T-Motor's like, sure. And they got halfway through designing the prop. And then you were like, you know what? I'm going to go with this other company. And I don't know why you made that decision or whether it was a moral decision. But like, I certainly could imagine a scenario where T-Motor's like, hey, bro, what about this prop we were developing? Fine. Okay. We're going to make it ourselves. It's not like they just came out of the blue and stole your idea.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Maybe they should call it Spang instead of Sabang. Put a P in there.
Okay.